Hello and welcome to The Concept, a weekly news roundup here to provide you with all the important stories of the previous week. This week in international news, about a year ago, riots at a soccer match in Port Said, Egypt caused the death of 71 people and left over 1,000 people injured. This week, a court ruling sentenced 21 people involved in the soccer riots to death, causing an uproar. Riots broke out later in Egypt, leaving 32 dead. Furthermore, President Morsi of Egypt has recently declared a state of emergency for 30 days. North Korea declared this week that it plans to launch more nuclear weapon tests in the future. North Korea then said that these tests are targeted at the U.S. It is believed that President Obama's firm backing of sanctions aimed at North Korea as a punishment for their ballistic missile launch in December is the cause of this. Previous history has taught us that this is not something to worry about, however. On the other side of the world, Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel and his allies have won re-election. He will now be serving his third term as prime minister. Last week, 800 people were taken hostage at a gas plant in Algeria by Al-Qaeda-linked terrorists. After 4 days, Algerian special forces raided the location and defeated the terrorists. Unfortunately, 39 foreign hostages were killed. However, the terrorists were stopped. Motives for the terrorist situation can be found in our next story. In Mali, a once French colony that is situated in Africa, a rebellion has been taking place for a long time, but has recently made some significant progress due to an influx of weapons. The rebellion group has been accused of being linked to a Malian Al-Qaeda group. The rebels' progress has prompted the French to send some forces in to protect French economic interests. The Algerian terrorists demanded an end to French military operations in exchange for the hostages.
Moving on. This week in national news, President Obama was inaugurated this week and officially started his second term in office. Additionally, the Pentagon lifted a ban which previously prohibited women serving in the military from entering combat. At Lone Star College in Texas, shooting broke out between two students, leaving one in critical condition and two others hospitalized. Later in the week, gun control supporters marched at Washington demanding tougher gun control laws to end the shootings. Finally, a government site, specifically the United States sentencing website, was taken down by notorious hacking group Anonymous. The group sought to punish the government for its prosecution of Internet activist Aaron Swartz, who committed suicide earlier this month.
This week in technology news, the Transportation Security Administration has decided to remove full-body image scanners from airports. Manufacturers of the scanners failed to create software that would make the images of passengers less revealing. A Google representative has said that Psy's extremely popular Gangnam Style video has generated over $8 million in revenue. The video today is the most viewed video ever on YouTube with over 1.2 billion views. Rumors have been circulating that Twitter's recent acquisition of video company Vine may bring video sharing within tweets. With Twitter recently limiting other companies' presence on the site, such as Instagram, it makes sense that Twitter would want to install its own video sharing service. Lastly, in business news, the stock market has been on an 8-day winning streak. The S&P 500 has surpassed 1,500 points for the first time since December of 2007. A series of good earning reports has caused the streak. On a side note, Apple is no longer the world's largest publicly traded company, with its shares falling below $450. ExxonMobil now holds that title. The Apple stock, peaking in September at $700 stock, has been tumbling recently due to decreasing confidence. Apple's most recent earnings report missed expectation by a bit, but nonetheless was still very strong. Our interesting story of the week has to do with this year's Super Bowl. Tickets for this year's Super Bowl are going as low as $1,775 on StubHub, so if you want to go, buy fast. That's all we have for you this week. Thanks for watching. The Concept is a weekly news roundup created by a high school club called the Future Business Leaders of America.